everyone. Welcome to our newbie training. I am Amber Miller, a Diamond Ambassador, and I have my beautiful mom with me who is also a Diamond Ambassador in our company. And we are so excited to share with you tonight because hopefully you are taking your product and loving it, whether you've been on it for a few months now or you just started and you know how amazing what you have in your hand is and you want to share it with people. Whether your goals are to get your products paid for, to make your mortgage payment every month with Plexus income, or to have complete financial freedom, this is for you. This is the foundation of where you start. So we're gonna move really fast, so get pen and paper and take some notes, and we're excited to share. And first off, I just wanna share a little bit of my story from when I started, and then I'm gonna turn it over to my mom. But I was 23 when I first started the products. They did amazing things for my health. And so my friend told me, you should really share these with people. You can make a couple hundred extra dollars a month. And I was a stay-at-home mom, 23. I thought that sounded amazing. So of course, I shared first with my parents and my family and my good friends. And it just naturally started to take off once I learned how to properly share because the products are so good. My mom got amazing results. My dad got amazing results. And it really went from there. And so in about 2.5 years, this is how good our business opportunity is that you just bought for $34.95. In 2.5 years at 25, I became a Diamond Ambassador. And I'm going to show you really quick my cute little family. Just so you can see. Well, first off, here's my mom and I's before and after. So you can see what the products did for us. I actually am 5 pounds heavier in my during picture. It was after I had 2 kids. But I had so much inflammation and I was so unhealthy that you can see the results of health on the inside. And my mom, she's also lost, 25, 30 pounds now. I think 5 pant sizes at least. So she's had amazing results too. So you can just see the difference in our faces. But here's my business testimony I was telling you about. So at 25, we're building our 4,000 square foot house and moving in next month almost completely with cash. I have those 2 little babies and I got to take our entire family to Maui last year on a completely paid vacation. That's where that picture was taken. It was amazing. We bought a motorhome and we tour all over the country just for fun. We have a goal of visiting the top 20 best zoos in America. So that's been really fun. And at 24, my husband's 24, he just retired 2 months ago and is now able to do what he loves. So that's my short business testimony. That's why I'm passionate in sharing these products, because it's so, the products have done amazing things for our health, but the business also has done amazing things for our family. So that's my little rah-rah, you can do this. It's so worth it right there. But Mom, I'm going to turn over to you. Why don't you tell them why this is such a good opportunity that they should take advantage of?
Okay, that's my pleasure. So my husband actually has a health condition that everybody's health revolves around blood sugar, gut health, and inflammation. But my husband in particular had some special issues going on, and that really those factors were super critical for him. And I got results with the products, and he got results with the products. And I knew so many of my friends and people that I had been associated with in the past had gotten results with the products. And so I saw that this was a no-brainer. And more information since I joined Plexus 2.5 years ago has validated the fact that we address core health issues that are critical for everyone. And so I knew those issues inside and out, and I loved these products. And so it did not take much for me to see that this is a case of right place, right time. And so I was definitely going to do all that I could to take advantage of the position that I was in with these amazing products. My heart was to definitely share it with people because I wanted to help them. But I also saw the tremendous business potential. And that's what we hope to relay to you today. And like Amber said, whether your goal is small and you just want a couple $100s a month, and that would really benefit you, But I want to let you know that many people, including my daughter, started off with that being their goal, just something small, and now they're in the same position that we are in. And so that is truly life-changing, and we want to give you those tools today.
Yes, thank you. So where do you start? You're loving these products, you want to share. I'm going to give you some wording and tips on how to share Plexus with your friends. But before I do that, I want to remind you that sharing is a natural thing you do every day. So don't overthink this. For example, if you went to an amazing restaurant that just opened up in your town and it was so good, the best food you've ever had and a wonderful experience, what would you do? You would totally call up your girlfriends and say, oh my word, this food is amazing, you have to go. I would eat there every day of my life if I could, right? That's what you would say. It's natural. This is what we do all the time. Or if you found some great clothing or great makeup, that's what women do and men do. It's a natural thing. So with that, I'm going to give you some tips on lingo and wording, but be yourself. When you're sharing these products with somebody, whether it be a parent or a friend or another mom at school, be yourself. Use your own language and let your heart and your excitement come out. So with that, we really like to point out a few things, and I'm going to show you this example here. Tips on sharing. Like I said, make your message unique to them. Why would they and should they be interested in Plexus? So I have an amazing testimony. But the person I'm speaking to, they really don't care about my testimony. They want to know what theirs will be and why they would be interested in Plexus. So if I know somebody has chronic pain, for example, I'm going to share with them about our pain line and how wonderful it is and why they would be interested. Obviously because they have pain, right? So passion and excitement. Hey, Sally, I've recently learned about something incredible and you were the first person I thought of. You are going to love it. So they ask what it is. It's called Plexus. It's a life-changing body balancer. I know you would love it because I know you ... So then you add in how it applies to them. So you could add in, I know you've been struggling to lose weight just like me. Or I know you've got those New Year resolutions we talked about. This is helping me so much. You know what, however it would be applicable for them. I can't wait for you to take a look at this. I'm going to send it to you right now. So excited. So then you would send them testimonies that relate to them. You would send them maybe a video that relates to them or a before and after picture. There's a lot of resources out there for you in testimony groups on Facebook, and there's so many videos on YouTube. You can search something on YouTube and things come up. Even just what is Plexus comes up that you could send to them. So there's a lot of resources. Use them and make it applicable. Or you can ask for a three-way call. These are great. These are wonderful. One of the best tools you can use. It's called Plexus, and I'm loving it, and so will you. I want you and I to chat with my friend Amy. She's the one who told me about this, and I love the way she explains it. She's a stay-at-home mom, too. So I put that in there because usually my network is stay-at-home moms. So I'm telling them why and how they'll relate to this person, and I know you're going to love her. I've asked her if she can take 10 to 15 minutes to talk to us. Tomorrow works great for me. Can we do that? So I'm giving her a time. I'm telling her I'm excited and I've already got it set up. And will she be able to get on that call with me? So three-way calls are great. It gives you third-party validation from your sponsor, whoever shared the products with you. And it also gives you great training so you can learn wording on how to share. Three-way calls or even three-way chats. So for example, let's say you, I'm going to take this off here now. But let's say you told someone about Plexus. They said they were interested. Yeah, what is it? And you said, well, I want to send you some info. But first, what issues maybe are you dealing with or annoying health problems that you would like to see a change in so I can send you something that you would be interested in or that would apply to you? And you ask them to open up about themselves. So then they say, well, of course, I just had a girl I did this with yesterday, and she said, well, girl, you know everything. She said weight loss, and then she gave me some other issues she was struggling with, and I was able to go get info that applied to her. Now, if I was you, I would, if you wanted to, you can bring your sponsor into this too and say, you know what, I'm going to loop Amber into this conversation because she knows a little more than me, and I know she'd have some great info for you. And then you can open up a new chat box, a new messenger, and add all 3 of you and introduce your friend and introduce me. So that's a good way to do 3-way chats. So that's some examples for you on just how to share. It's super, super easy. What is Plexus? It's a life-changing body balancer. Do you need some balancing? Easy. With that, Mom, do you want to share some things on maybe simple wording and then also go into follow-up and the importance of that?
Yes. Usually you're going to start with your friends and your family. And the thing is, you do know them. You know what they've complained about. You know what they deal with. You know what their life goals are. So I want you to approach people in that way, for them. See this for them. Amber, when she approached me, she and I never could have imagined what this business would turn into. But when she did approach me, she approached me for myself. She was like, Mom, I know you've always struggled with this. Give it a try. And don't be afraid to approach people with the business, even successful, busy people. Successful, busy people, don't prejudge them and say they wouldn't be interested. There's a reason they're successful. They're successful because they can spot a good opportunity and they know how to work. So tell your friends, tell your people that you want on your team, I want to work this business with you. Take a look at it. You can use wording like, would you be willing to take a look? Would it be okay if we sat down? Could I show you this? That type of wording, you're not saying join now. You're just saying, would you be okay taking a look? I'd love to show you this. People don't want to squash your enthusiasm, so be enthusiastic. And the thing that's great about these products and this opportunity is this is a time, you're not a salesperson. You're not going to turn into a salesperson. This is something you can be so genuine with, and you can be in this for other people. And so keep that in mind. This is not about you. This is about them. So when you share with them, be genuine, be real, and focused on them. And about follow-up, I will go into follow-up now. Really, we have a saying in Plexus, the fortune is in the follow-up. And nothing could be truer. I love following up on people, and I suggest that you get that same mindset. For me, it's fun because I know I'm taking them from point A, just like I was at point A, skeptical, not interested, not knowing what the heck this Plexus stuff is, to being walked down that path with respect and information and focused on me and my learning style and the needs that I had to know before I went from A to Z, joining the company, buying the products, loving Plexus. And so enjoy that follow-up process with your people and understand. I remember when I first joined and I was so excited and I approached my friends and I was just shocked that they didn't buy or join on the spot. I was like, did they hear me? This is fabulous. They need to do this. And so what I learned is that it does take, in many cases, not all cases, and don't be afraid to tell people, join me now. I want you. This is $34.95 and you need these products. But for a lot of people, it will take 5 to 7 exposures. And that is you following up with appropriate information. Sometimes it's just them seeing you post on Facebook, drinking your pink drink, loving your products, sharing other people's testimonies. Sometimes it's you inviting them to an event, an online Zoom, or a local event, or a launch that you do to start your business or that your sponsor does with you. Those are all exposures. And so know that, it's 5 to 7. For some people, it might be 10. I have a few people that it took me 7 months of exposing them to the products and the business before they had a change of mind. But the thing that's important is it was their change of mind. So be in that process happily with everyone, because almost everyone does buy or join, and I know Amber would agree with that. So don't ever take no as a no. It just means I haven't gotten enough information yet. I haven't had enough exposure. but they will buy or join. So just be in that process with them till the end, or they're going to buy or join from somebody else that's willing to invest in them in that process. And Amber, you want to talk about consistency or?
Okay, yeah. Consistency. People are watching you all the time. So if you share with them and maybe they're not interested right then, you still need to be very consistent in layering exposures, and it doesn't have to be directed at them. It can be on Facebook on your wall. And we're going to talk about that in a second. Do you want to talk about closing first, Mom?
Sure. Okay, closing. And again, this isn't sales. This isn't, you didn't turn into some hardcore salesperson, but you did buy a business for that $34.95. So it's important that you remember that you're in the driver's seat. Even with your family members, they expect you to ask them to buy or join at some point in time. I remember going to a makeup party a while back. Somebody invited me and I went, and the girl that hosted the party, she was awesome. She helped me with colors. I walked away from that party fully intending on buying product from her. But guess what? She never followed up and she never closed. So at that event, she could have said, let's get you started right now. And I would have whipped out that credit card and bought all of that. I still haven't done any of that today. So I enjoy the process of follow-up, and I enjoy the process of closing. Some simple wording would be, let's get you started today. I have time available to walk you through the process. Does that work for you? Or I really want to work with you. I want you on my team. Let's make that happen. So there's different ways that you can close. I can't wait to see what these products will do for you. So let's get you started now. Another example of closing is, and follow-up is, I'm interested in getting my kids back in a martial arts program, and I've called several different places. But there's one guy that continues to text me, email me, follow up, and just yesterday he closed me, which I love. And so I respect people that treat their business like a business. I know that they have something to offer me if they're going to follow up and they're going to close. And so just be in the driver's seat with that. And if you don't do that, if you have given a lot of follow-up information and then you don't close, what you're communicating to people is you're not quite so sure about this because they're waiting for that. So that will be a key to helping you be super successful in your business.
Perfect. I love that. I made that mistake a lot in the beginning, is I would over-inform. So I would basically be puking Plexus on them all the time instead of closing them. So once they say, yeah, that sounds great, I would love to get those results, now I have a nice little text that I have copy and pasted in my phone, so it only takes me a few seconds to send. It says, great, I'm so excited to see what these products are going to do for you. I know you're going to love them. Go to my site here, click here, 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 and here. And once I get the email that you've ordered, I'll send you an email on how to take the products. So excited. I close them, send them my site, and I give them instruction on what to do next. People are waiting. I remember my mom telling me this because she really mentored me a lot in sharing. People are waiting for you to tell them what to do. They're waiting for the next step, so give it to them. With that, I want to talk about the other primary way that is very effective to use with sharing Plexus, and that's through Facebook. Now, you don't have to use Facebook if you're not already on it, or maybe you don't have a big network on there. It's not necessary. There are diamonds. My mom is one who really built her business in the beginning through just talking to her friends. That's the natural way we share anyways. But Facebook is a way for you to reach people. What I did, I live in Tennessee now, but I grew up in California and all my friends were there. It was a way for me to reach people all over the place and share Plexus and share my Plexus story. So we don't want you to turn into a walking billboard when you're sharing Plexus on your Facebook wall. I know some people get kind of nervous about that. You are just sharing your Plexus story. I want you to look at Facebook as a blog. right? Show yourself living. I like to go through my personal Facebook feed. I go to my name and just look through my posts to see if I would be interested in what was on that wall. Is it engaging? Is it valuable? Is it fun, full of life? Does it show me? Because you're amazing. You have so many talents. You have so much about you that you really have to offer people. Just put it out there and start sharing. Post at least once a day. Not always a Plexus post, but post something at least once a day, because Facebook has specific algorithms that work, and they will show your post if it's something that people like and comment on. So you want to try to hit a bunch of different types of posts. I like to rotate between personal. So this would be pictures of my kids or something we're doing that day, or maybe something that was important to me, a personal post, a picture of me and my husband. Now, really, not all of my friends are going to like or comment on a picture of my kids. That's pretty much for grandparents and aunts and uncles and stuff like that. So I want to make sure I rotate it up. And then you want to do a Plexus post. Like Mom mentioned, a picture of you drinking Plexus. So glad for my natural energy today. Loving my pink drink. That is a Plexus post. That's layering exposures to your friends who you've already shared Plexus with. And maybe they weren't interested right then, but that came up in their newsfeed and it reminds them, Amber, Plexus. We're connected. It's helping her live. I'm seeing her having a great life with it, and I'm branding myself. And value posts. So this is recipes, maybe scripture quotes, a book you loved. This is, or a blog with a wonderful post that you think people should read about raising kids. This is offering value to your friends, because we want to be real people and really connecting with people. So don't be a billboard. Let people watch your Plexus story. Be consistent, like we talked about, because if you post once and you go 2 weeks without posting again, what does that say? That's, oh, Amber is dabbling and has her toes in the water with this stuff, but she's not fully committed. I cannot tell you guys, 3 years, I've been in Plexus now, almost 3 years this spring, how many people, there's beauty in longevity because I've been consistent over the last 3 years. And I just recently, 2 weeks ago, I had someone that I contacted 3 years ago that told me no. She's now my preferred customer. I also had someone that told me no 3 years ago that just joined as an ambassador. They have seen me be consistent. They see now that it's real. Plexus is real, and Amber is going places with it, whether I'm with her or not, and they're attracted to that at the right time for them. So be consistent. Engage with people, comment, like on their posts. Like I said, be yourself, be a real person, and always be positive, because you want to, Facebook is not a place to air your dirty laundry or the fight you had with your husband, something like that. That's not the place for it, because you want to attract people to yourself, and we aren't attracted to pessimists and negative people, right? We want to be in the crowds of people that are positive and loving life and offering value. So that's what you're going for. It's really simple if you keep that rotating schedule. Personal, Plexus, value. And go to some Diamonds walls that are involved in Plexus to see what they post. If you need some ideas, some Tamara Holloway, my mom, Kristen Abart, they have great examples of how to post Plexus professionally and personally at the same time. So that's Facebook. Do you want to add anything, Mom?
I think you do great posts too. Go to Amber's wall. Well, no, just maybe along the lines of you do have a business, and if you have a Facebook, you have Instagram, that is an incredibly valuable resource. And so another thing to remember is don't begrudge this fact. This is actually good for you. You are now a public person with a business, and Facebook is a part of that. And so you no longer get to post things that a business shouldn't be posting. And so that would include anything negative, like Amber said, anything derogatory or wrong. I sometimes see some of the things on people's Facebook walls and I cringe. And so I just want you to remember that that comes along with this. And it's a good thing. It's for your good that it's like that. Because you get to learn how to be very positive and make people want to follow you. And that's a benefit in life. And so I would just probably end with the fact that we want to offer you guys this training because we're so thankful that people invested in us and helped us along the way. This is a very doable business. This is doable for anybody. What I've seen in almost, the last 2.5 years is I've seen everyone that sticks with it, everyone that's willing to grow, everyone that's willing to apply themselves with a work ethic and follow this with diligence, they're getting there. I mean, I hate to say that some of those people I maybe didn't know they would, but they are. And so there is not anyone that cannot grow and achieve the things in Plexus with this opportunity. So I want you to know you can do this. We want you to do this. And we are so thankful that we did this. And so I just wanted to end with that.
Awesome. I also want to say, sorry about the phone, but I also want to say that we have a plan for you guys, and I'm going to show you it really briefly in a second because we don't want to make this too long. But so there is a plan. If you like a step-by-step, you want a checklist to follow every single day, we have that, and that's available. I'm going to show it to you. But with that, the only difference between a successful ambassador and a not successful ambassador is two things. It's confidence in yourself and the products, because they work. That's concrete fact. Our growth stats, our debt-free company, in the top 500 companies in America, fastest growing the last 2 years in a row, those stats are concrete. They show that these products are needed and this business is going places. So be confident in that. And secondly is work ethic. Because when you have your own business that you bought for $34.95, you have a website, you have a whole customer service center, you have a shipping department, all that you bought for that price, you do not have a boss. Now, you might have an upline who's encouraging you and trying to help you, but you don't have a boss. So every single day, sharing Plexus, posting on Facebook, staying engaged and watching trainings like this and learning and listening to your uplines, that is up to you. That's really if it's worth it to you or not. So that's why you need to have a why, a really big why. Why are you doing this business? Now, like we said, you can start with just wanting a couple $100s a month. That's how every successful ambassador pretty much did. They were just going for a couple $100. You can start that way. But I want you to think about this, and this should really make you cry. What would it look like if you were successful at Plexus, if you were a diamond ambassador? That our income graphic that we have out there that we can show you, I think it's about $420,000 a year or $440,000 a year. It's somewhere close to that number. I don't know what the exact one is, but so it's over $400,000 a year as a Plexus ambassador. Think about that for a second. Now, this is more than material and temporal things that you can buy yourself. This is how would it impact your family? How would that income impact your husband and your children? What would you guys do? How about your grandparents or your mom and dad that are struggling financially and they've poured into you your whole life? Maybe you will open up an orphanage in another country, like a lot of diamond ambassadors have come together and they've done that. So think outside of yourself. Because I almost feel a responsibility to make the utmost of this opportunity because of how real and how amazing it is. And almost, I feel this towards myself, but shame on me if I don't, because of that possibility, because of how many people it's helping and blessing. So apply that work ethic. What makes you get up an extra 30 minutes in the morning before you have to is that why. Is that desire and knowing it's possible, because we're living examples of it. So really quickly, here's your step-by-step goals and plan sheets, and I will put this in the comment with this post. We have a minimal 1 hour Plexus day, and you can break this up into little 15 increments when you're dropping your kids off at school, when you're nursing your baby, which I did for the first 2 years of working my business. You are waking up with a grateful heart. You don't have to, you get to. You're doing your affirmations, which means you're repeating your why and you're really living your why. Picture yourself with your husband at home if that's your goal. Picture yourself in that position that you want. And also tell yourself, I can do this. I do stick to what I set my goals to be. It is possible and I see myself as successful. You sharing the products or the business with 2 people a day. That can be the cashier in the checkout line that you hand your card to, or a good friend when you're picking your kids up at school, or you know, your mom on the phone in the morning. 2 people a day. You're making 1 Plexus personal or value post on Facebook, and you're following up with somebody. You're sending somebody a testimony or a video you saw that they would like. That's it. And then we have a 2.5-hour day, which you can see there. I'll put in the comments. That's for if your goal is to move along a little faster and you have some extra time. We really say try to get at least 3 perfect Plexus days in every week. And the other couple days you can do the minimal. And this is the plan that we have for you to really grow your business. But so with that, we're gonna end this out, and thank you so much for watching. And like Mom said, please take hold of this opportunity for yourself, for your friends, for your family, because it is real and people are doing it every single day. And the tools are out there and you can too. So thank you. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.